Hello everybody, this is Juddy. I'm going to try to make my own fire starters, and of course I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there, but I'll show you what I'm using. Okay, I've got the paper egg crate. I've got some pine cones that I'm going to use. Got some pine needles. I've got a couple cotton balls, some dryer lint, and in this cup, something I never really thought of until I was at work one day and seen this. Pencil shavings from a pencil sharpener. Yes, we still have some pencil sharpeners at the office, but I'm going to kind of mix different things up to do this. I'm using a warming plate for a coffee cup. I got some wax in there, and my wife uses one of those, I don't know what you call it, but it melts scented wax, and then after the scent's all gone, she was throwing these away. I said, no, don't throw those away. I had some ideas of what I might use it for, where I do reloading. I thought I could mix that down with some other components, or melt it down, and put some other components in there, STP, some other stuff, and make my own bullet lube and try that. So for these fire starters, I thought, well, I'll use that. Like I said, I got the pine cones, and of course, you know, pine cones got some sap on them. So, you know, I'll put some pine cones in one, a little bit of dryer lint, and some pine needles in one, and maybe a mixture of pine needles and pine cone parts with the, you know, the dryer lint, and pour the wax on it and see how that goes. So now I just got to wait for the wax to start melting. I'll add some more wax to it so I get a pretty good bit, and we'll be back and I'll show you how it comes along. Now, right now I'm going to break up some of these pine cones. Just kind of put them in there. I'm not doing anything particular, just breaking them off. We all know, like, pine needles and stuff burn real quick. And since this is the cone itself, it might have a little bit of sap in it. I don't know how many of these I'll make. Make a few. Make one so I can try. And I'm just kind of, like I said, not trying to put them in any particular order or anything, just laying them in there. And just see what happens. And then hopefully, and I'll have some decent fire starters. Just something to fool around with on a Sunday afternoon. Nothing else going on. Like I said, I've seen other videos on YouTube for making these and thought, well shoot, I'll give this a try. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these pine needles, kind of crush them up, put them in there. Now I don't know if I'm going to have enough stuff to do a whole bunch. something to give it a little bit of tender, maybe to burn a little longer. Of course, the cardboard, from everything I've watched and seen, this cardboard that gets saturated with wax is what's going to burn. But just figuring having some of these pine cone pieces in there that's got, you know, you can see right here, it's got a little bit of, looks like sap. So that'll help burn. So, got these with the pine cones. And then I'm going to make some with just a cotton ball. Of course, everything I've seen was cotton balls, which a friend of mine gave me some from dryer lint, but I'm going to pull up a little bit of this and just stick down in there. And then here's the dryer lint. I'm not putting a whole bunch of dryer lint in there with this other stuff. So we'll just see how it turns out. Like a little bit of dryer lint I put in there. We'll just try it all. Okay. 3 cotton balls, 3 dryer, well, more than 3 dryer lints. But that's all the dryer lints. And we'll just see how it works. I may just take some of these pine needles, crunch up, and put them in nothing but no dryer lint, no cotton balls, just pine needles. We'll see how that works. Then I may take and do some that's just nothing but pine needles, or pine cone pieces. And see how that turns out. I would say these probably won't work as well as these others. Okay, now I'll let you see what I got here all together real close. This row here is the pine cones with some dryer lint. This second row here is pine needles and dryer lint. This is just dryer lint, 3 cotton balls, but of course there's a little bit of broken up pine needles, and then this one here is just pine needles and then pine cone. Oh, I forgot. One of the important ingredients. Pencil shavings. I'll put that on some of these these jar lints here. Kind of mix it in there with the dryer lint. I almost forgot all about those. And then we'll fix some up here. It's nothing but pencil shavings. Okay. So there, now all we do is wait for the wax to melt, and then start pouring the wax on it. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so now what I ended up doing is my little stove that I made from a cookie sheet. I ended up firing it up because that warming tray just wasn't doing it. So I've got a good fire going in it now. And if you recognize this, I used a Camellis knife. And don't want to stick the lens down in there, but you can see that wax is really melting now. I got a good fire going. So be ready here in just a minute to see what happens. Okay, that wax is melted good. I'm hoping I can do this. The can's gonna be too hot to grab with a pair of gloves, so I'm grabbing it with my side cutters. And I need more wax. So we'll put some more wax in there. Keep the fire going. Now we'll see what happens here. Go back and get some more wood. The little stove's doing pretty good, as you can see. Wax is not totally melted yet. Keep it fed. Okay, this is the last of it. I'm probably not going to be able to get all these done. I'm going to try. That's it. All of them. I don't have any more wax, so I got 18, 19, 20 of these done. And really and truthfully, I don't know if all of them will turn out the way I want them to or not. Now I just have to let it cool and harden. I'll try to save the rest of these here. That's 3 cotton balls. There's 1 lint, pine needles, pencil shavings from a pencil sharpener, and just pine cone pieces. But I'm out of wax. No more wax. My little stove that I made has turned out real good, done a good job. But here's all the ones that I got made. I just have to let them dry and harden. So I'll report back when all that's done. Okay, everybody. Told you I was going to try to do a test on these fire starters that I made. This is the one with the pine cone needles and dryer lint. This one's with pine needles and dryer lint. And this is with sawdust, not sawdust. This is pencil shavings from an electric pencil sharpener and dryer lint. Got my Primus ferrous rod. So I'm going to try to light one of these with this and see if it lights. And I got a pan set up here with that I'll put these in. And I'll try this. Now I'm going to try to break. Trying to see. This may not have dryer lint. This might just be the pine needles. But I'm going to see if I can get this going. If it sits still, Well, when all else fails, we'll just see if we can get it lit with the old trusty lighter. And I was going to start a timer. Well, I thought I had an app on my phone for a countdown. Now, started my phone. It's going to be a few seconds late. We're at 15 seconds now. And you can see that's burning pretty good. Like I said, that one there is the pine needles. I'm sure there's dryer lint in it. I know I put dryer lint in it. I guess the wax just soaked it up. And egg crate carton. We'll just see how long this is going to burn. And I'll report back. I'm not going to let the camera run the whole time. I'll just report back when it's done. Well, we've been into roughly 7 minutes, adding 30 seconds for me to get the timer started. It's been roughly 7 minutes and that's still burning. Again, that there is the pine needles and dryer lint and the cardboard egg carton with wax. And we're going on 7.5 minutes. It's still burning, pretty good flame. So that one seems like that is a good one. I guess all these are good no matter what. It's just adding the pine needles gives it a little bit more fuel than just the dryer lint. I'm curious to see how the actual pine cone pieces will do. We're into 8 minutes, still burning. So I'll turn the camera back on as soon as it goes out. Well, about 9.5 minutes. The flame has went out, but it's still smoldering. There's still some hot ashes in there. No, that was the pine cone. I'm sorry. Maybe it was a little mixture of both pine needles and pine cone. There's that one. Get that one out of the way. Now this one here is strictly, yeah, that one's strictly pine cone. Okay, I told you that was 9.5 minutes. Let me get back to it. Stop, I'm gonna reset. I don't think I'll get this one started. I know I had dryer lint in some of this. Unless I just saturated it too much to get it. I'm going to try it again with the fire steel. Like this one here is pine cone. It's supposed to be dryer lint in there. Yep, and all else fails. Of course, you may not have a lighter with you to get it started. Okay, we'll start that one. And again, that is the pine cones. It's this, with a little bit of dryer lint. Maybe I don't have enough dryer lint, and then maybe I covered it up too much with the wax. But dryer lint, wax, paper egg carton, and pine cone pieces. And I started it. It's already 30 seconds, and we'll see how long this one burns. And it's been 4 minutes. If you can see my phone. It's been 4 minutes. And that one's burning pretty good. 4.5 minutes now. So, report back when it gets ready to go out. We're into 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and you can see that's still burning real good. Thought I'd go ahead and start the video rolling as we're getting closer to the 9-minute mark. Again, this is all pine cone, some dryer lint, wax, and paper egg carton. We're at 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Getting ready to hit the 9-minute mark. We're at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. I believe the other one, when we done it, was 9 minutes and 30 seconds before it just totally went out. We're at 9 minutes 30 seconds now. And we're at 10 minutes. Still got a little bit of a flame. And I don't see any more flame. Well, we'll call it 10 minutes and 20 seconds. And of course, we still got some embers from those pine cones. Like I said, that's all this one was, with some dryer lint thrown in. Okay. We'll reset the stopwatch. And I know there's some dryer lint in this one because I mixed this. This is just a pencil shavings of electric pencil. And like I said, I've probably got so much wax in here and I didn't keep enough dryer lint out of the wax to where I can use this Ferris rod to get it started. So, pull out old trusty. Okay, there it goes. I'm just hit the start button. And we're starting on the pencil shavings, dryer lint, and egg carton. And we'll see how long this takes. We're into 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's still burning pretty good. Again, this is the sawdust, dryer lint, and egg carton. We're getting ready to hit the 5-minute mark here. In about 9 seconds. Okay, we're at 5 minutes, and you can see how it's still burning. So, report back here when it gets ready to go out. Okay, we're at 8 minutes on the sawdust, dryer lint, paper egg carton. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera on, let this one run till it burns out. See if we make the 9-minute mark, 9-minute 30-second mark, or if it'll make the 10-minute mark. But again, that was the first one was it had some pine cone in it and pine needles and dryer lint. The second one, which burnt the longest so far, was pine cone, dryer lint, and egg carton. And this one here is pencil shavings from electric pencil sharpener, dryer lint, and egg carton. And we're at 9 minutes right now. You can see it's still burning. I think it's fair to say that all three, no matter what you put in, is going to burn at least 9 minutes. Now I haven't burnt just a dryer lint and egg carton, just to see how long they burn. But I wanted to see these since it was a mixture of different things. We're at 9 minutes and 45 seconds, it's still burning. We're at 10 minutes. And it still burns, still has a flame. That flame's on the inside pretty much, where all the pencil shavings and stuff is. We're at 10 minutes 30 seconds, still have a flame, as you can see. And it's kind of breezy out here, so you know, there's a slight light wind. "11 minutes, and there's still a flame." And it's out. 11 minutes and 8 seconds. There's still some embers there, as you can see. So, out of the test, the pencil shavings and dryer lint burnt just a little longer than what the pine cone did and the pine cone pine needle mixture did. So that might be some food for thought. I mean, a lot of people use mechanical pencils now. You hardly see a pencil sharpener anywhere anymore. But those of you that have them, you may want to save your shavings out of your pencil sharpener if you want to make fire starters. And mix that with some dryer lint, cotton balls, whatever. Of course, you know, I posted on Facebook, you know, that I'd done this, had made these, and of course everybody was telling me to do this, do that. You know, cotton balls with Vaseline and stuff. I've done that. I've got cotton balls soaked in Vaseline and shredded them apart and stuffed them in pieces of a straw and crimped the ends and melted those ends so they're encased in that straw. And I've got a film canister with cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. So, I mean, it's just different kinds of fire starters you can make. But I wanted to try this. A buddy of mine, his wife had made some, and he gave me 4 or 5. It was just dryer lint and egg carton with wax. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.